Hello and good morning. Welcome to my community on Afrocentric Television Channel 15.8. My name is Kola Akinmuyiwa. And this is the station that revolves around the Africans in diaspora. But today is going to be a unique one because we are live in Nigeria. Yes, you heard me right. Lagos, Nigeria, where I will be talking to Mr. Remy Adeyemi of Faadaakaa Homes. Again, Faadaakaa is silver in English. For those of you that are still, in doubt of what Faadaakaa means, it means silver, which is, it can be gold, it can be whatever. That's Wura, by the way. And we already have gold, we beauty with that. But anyway, my name is Kola, and with Mr. Remy Adeyemi. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Sir, Faadaakaa Homes in Nigeria.
Yeah.
What we're trying to do here is to give people the insight to your business.
Okay.
And to have an understanding of if they need to invest, because a lot of people make a lot of money and they're looking for where to invest. My understanding is that properties are one of the major investments. Even if you look at all major billionaires, they all have landed properties or real estate and whatever. Yeah. So, but I'm also a certified real estate agent in the United States. Here in Nigeria, I want to talk about the real estate industry and what Faadaakaa has to offer. What is your business model like?
All right, thank you very much, Kala. Okay, so let me first start with painting the opportunities that are inherent in the space, in the real estate space in Nigeria. Okay, so I was trying to explain to a friend that, take, for instance, an average person rents a house or maybe a two-bedroom for about 500,000 naira, two-bedroom, 500,000 naira in Lagos. I mean, average. Average.
I was going to that's an average, right?
Averagely. Okay, so imagine this person, let's assume everything else remains constant, nothing changing. In 10 years, this person would have paid 5 million naira.
Yeah, okay. Thereabouts, yeah.
5 million naira would have gone out of his life. His wife will not have any part of that money. His children will not have any part of that money. And if we have maybe about 1 million people in the same shoe, you're talking about 5 trillion naira going down the drain. All right, so let's not wait for
5T.
Yes. So let's not wait for 10 years now. Let's come back and say this same person 500,000 and you have 10 million people in the same predicament. So right now, Nigeria or the real estate industry is bleeding 5 trillion naira on a yearly basis. Annually. Okay, so that is what it is, and that's the reality presently. And so we sat down and we tried taking a look at it. Well, of course, with this analysis, people will not be able to catch it like that. That I'm just seeing it now. That really 5 trillion. So imagine if we now turn the 5 trillion around and say, why not we therefore make the homes available? And then let the 5 trillion let people own it. Let people start their wealth journey by owning a home. So we believe by the time you begin to have a home ownership plan or scheme for yourself, and you have a home to yourself, it creates a ripple effect towards becoming wealthy, towards your peace of mind, towards a whole lot of things comes out of that. So Faadaakaa sat down and we felt, okay, we're going to have a rent-to-home model. Okay, so where people can have the houses and then pay over time. And then we're trying to work...
I thought the banks are doing that. The banks what I understand is the banks probably give you a mortgage loan, and they will tell you have to pay everything like in a year or thereabouts.
Exactly. The
mortgage, it's still all lump sums.
Exactly. So. You see, there is still a lot of challenge when it comes to the home ownership scheme in Nigeria. Unlike what you people have in the United States, mortgage facility seems to be a lot easier down there. than here.
As long as you meet the requirements.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so the interest rate also is a concern. Okay, so we have been able to engage the right technical partners that will reduce the construction of building to as low as 40%. As in, it can reduce construction by 40%. That's
wow.
Yes. So, and then because we have some cooperatives also that we are, building houses for. So that's mass. We have the mass market, and then we have the individual market. For the people in the diaspora, or in or for the people working in the oil and gas industry, or some people that are earning the high percentile. Yes.
So those individuals, the scheme for the individuals, I would assume that would be like landed properties.
Yes.
Where people can buy in,
exactly,
right, and build to suit their taste.
Yes. So we have different estates. The present estates that especially the people in the diaspora are really looking into is our Elion Ocean View estate. Elion Ocean View estate is at Ogombo, around.
That's the coastline.
Yes.
Where we have the beach.
The
beach,
nice. So you're seeing the beach right in front of you.
I've seen that video.
Yes. Yeah. So you're seeing the beach right in front of you. You come out from your house and you can just take a nature walk. Just integrate or interact with nature by the beach line.
Beautiful.
Okay, so that is something that we are coming up with, and we're presently
isn't that going to break someone's bank?
Well, no, not at all, because we have a model that helps you to pay in installments. Okay. So you can pay in installments.
Exactly. First payment,
then you can spread payment for 3 months, for 6 months, for even 12 months.
So now, because in the US also we have a model where you can have your own builder, or you buy into an existing one.
Yeah.
In your scheme, if I'm buying a property, landed property, say a plot or two of land, right, and I want to build to suit me, must I use Faadaakaa?
No. I
can come up with my own.
You can come up with your own as long as you follow the rules and regs of the estate. All right, so the standard of the estate, and of course you're still subject to the standard of the regulatory body in the state. Okay, so as long as you meet all those requirements for your building to come up, you're welcome. You can go ahead and do that.
I have this is probably out of scope, but I think I should ask it. One of the challenges that I face whenever I'm in Nigeria is, and I'm staying in a flat or a rented apartment or whatever, is that neighbors wake me up in the morning to move my car just so they can move out. So that is one thing. Yeah. So now you get approval to build, right? And there are no rooms for parking. And you have to come wake me up just because you want. I don't want to get up. How, is this one of the factors that your model would help?
Oh, definitely. Our building, we have upland buildings now, upland buildings that we're presently working on. And for our Elion Ocean View estate building, will start first quarter of next year.
Oh, nice.
But presently, we're setting the land. We're setting part land, okay, and then the remaining will be for houses that Faadaakaa will construct.
By themselves, so that they will sell.
Exactly, that
people
will
can
sell.
Buy into.
Exactly. So the people that have bought the land, they can go ahead build whatever they want to build, but within the regs of the estate, and then of course the regulatory body of the state. Now, all these issues we have been able to factor in, so that anybody buying into our estate or buying anything into us is peace of mind first. Peace of mind, convenience. So we have integrated everything, every complaint that people have out there. So we try to correct that with Faadaakaa homes.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So I know when I walked in, there was a module you had on the board. Would you want to run us through that when we come back? Because guys, you're gonna have to want to listen to this. This is a module that Faadaakaa homes have in place, and it explains how their business module is, how it works, and how you can gain buy-in into it. So if you're interested in it, I mean, it's just as simple as can be. Then we will talk about those that are behind Faadaakaa homes. That way you get to know the people behind, because one of the things that happened in recent times is that the quality of homes that are being bought in Nigeria or that are being built in Nigeria is becoming diminishing, and the fact is they don't use quality materials to build this. This is something he had convinced me that Faadaakaa homes is different and is vetted, and is, you can do your due diligence on Faadaakaa homes just so you can gain their buy-in. So stay tuned. I would love for you to see this financial model as we come back.
We're going to talk about the model of Faadaakaa, just for us to see what's going on within Faadaakaa itself as a company. All right, now Faadaakaa was actually registered as a real estate company and e-commerce company. So it has this investment. It's an investment company. The full name of Faadaakaa is Faadaakaa, and now with an R like this, Faadaakaa Integrated Investment Limited. Okay, this is the full name of Faadaakaa, and then we just trademark. This is a trademark name for us. We trademark it this way for ease of call and for branding purpose. So that's where you see Faadaakaa. So it represents this. Now the model of Faadaakaa, therefore, is I love this name anyway. Okay, so major thing about Faadaakaa is FDK. Major thing about Faadaakaa is asset acquisition, and we call it ease of asset acquisition. Okay. Now, ease of asset acquisition, that is what Faadaakaa majorly is into. And so we have our trade-off line by own with ease. So you see that's almost all our promotional or what's it called, collaterals. Okay, so asset acquisition, own with ease, and we define assets as, of course, anything that helps you generate ideas, that brings peace of mind, and of course financial prosperity. So Faadaakaa is into housing. I'm going to zero in on the housing aspect. You have auto, and you have household equipment. Talks about refrigerator, AC, anything that's everything that they sell on the household or e-commerce. And so these two, the auto and they are on the e-commerce platform which we are building presently, and will be launched by December, by God's grace, 2021. Okay, so we are going to launch that. So this also has a good model of its own, because it's going to be the first e-commerce that has credit facility embedded into it. So the first e-commerce that has credit facility embedded into it. That is what Faadaakaa is offering. So Faadaakaa still generates revenue on this side, but let me zero in on the housing. So the different housing model that we have, okay, the different housing model that we have mass housing, and then you have retail. The retail we call retail for individuals that want to buy and all. So mass housing, of course, we are targeting people cooperatives, with mass, and it's cheaper, and people can subscribe into the house ownership scheme that Faadaakaa has to offer here. We presently have about 1,400 400 membership, okay, that have signed on to it. We're commencing project by this November, by God's grace, and in the next 24 months, for sure, we are building about 1,000 units of housing, 1,000 units of houses. So that's for mass. While the retail is majorly targeted to our clients in the diaspora, and because they are more of on the luxury side. Talk about the beachfront, our alien ocean view is under here. A number of our estates also still coming up at the Lekki axis, so under here. So under this, therefore, we have okay, let me come here. So we have buy to own. Okay, so you buy it and you own it. That's one model. So you're buying it from Faadaakaa, and you either buy fully built or off plan. Fully built or off plan. Off plan built is okay. The building is not yet ready, but people that subscribe to the off plan, they have it cheaper. In fact, sometimes they can have it 10% lower than the actual cost, because they are looking into tapping into it early. So because of that, and they have trust in the company that is building it, and if the company says it's going to deliver within 12 months, and you come in on the upland price, okay, most of the time it's 10% lower than the actual. So, but if it's fully built, you don't have control. I mean, the expenses have been money has been spent, and definitely it is at the going rate that this will be sold. So you have buy to own, you have did I say buy to own? Build to own, sorry. Build, you build it, build to own. Okay, then you have build to let. Okay, so build to own and then build to let. This build to let is for still our people in the diaspora. When this is fully built and you want to let for short let, Faadaakaa is going to help you manage this. For short let, you come into Nigeria, you come around and you just want to stay. House is there. Instead of your house to just lie fallow, lie empty without doing anything for you, Faadaakaa helps you to manage it and puts a part of it on short let, and then while you are abroad, your building is still making money for you on rental value. Okay, so you have that, and you have build to own, build to let, and okay, so majorly these are the two models that we have. All right, and then the build to sell. Yes, there's build to sell. Sometimes you just want to say, okay, I want to play in the real estate market. As soon as I'm done building, I want to sell it. Okay, so I just want to build and sell. I want to build and sell, and you give yourself a project time frame of about 12 months, and you're looking at how you can quickly turn over maybe $100,000 or so. And that's if my $100,000 can give me a building of so amount, and I quickly build. This helps you in hedging against fluctuation, FX fluctuation, and the rest of that. Build to sell. So you have all these models that Faadaakaa can help you manage. Okay, so and you are with Faadaakaa, of course, and of course we have our investment plan. That's the Faadaakaa Vest, but the Faadaakaa Vest is something that has its own investment chart. what that one does is, I don't want to worry myself about the rigors of building here, building there. Faadaakaa, you are into real estate, and you have this your Faadaakaa Vest chart that, okay, if I invest $50,000 or $10,000, this is what I'm gonna get after 6 months, after 12 months, after 18 months, or after 24 months. So that chart is available, so, but for the sake of time, we won't be able to talk about that. So in rounding up, this is the housing model, operation model for Faadaakaa, and this is what we do. And we are hoping that you're going to join us any moment from now, and this is beautiful. And we're here, our values, we hold our values in high esteem, values of integrity, values of transparency, values of trust. So we have all this. So we believe we'll be seeing you or be hearing from you anytime from now. Thank you very much. God bless you. All right.
Welcome back to my community on Afrocentric Television Channel 15.8. Again, this is the station that revolves around the Africans in diaspora. My name is Kola, your host, and I'm still with our friend and brother, Mr. Remy Adeyemi of Faadaakaa Homes. Welcome back.
Thank you.
And thanks for running through that module with us. That's very, very informative. That's something I think even I am convinced beyond every reasonable doubt. If I'm investing, obviously, I will be coming to Faadaakaa Homes. Not just because you're working with us, but because I've known you as a person over time, and the person that introduced you is someone that I trust, and I know they're not gonna, tell me to just come talk to, just for the sake of being friends and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
So, but after running through your models, I have a few questions, and this might be some things people in diaspora it might be mind-boggling for them, which is the return on investment, if they are going to use it as an investment property, or if the effect of forex on the on the market, the real estate market. Given that, if I'm investing $10,000 now, as at today's value is about 5 million naira. Right, and let's just assume that I'm buying a landed property for that amount. 2 years down the lane, dollar increased, and that's 500, right, to a dollar. Dollar increased to 700, right? I was able to complete my property or build my house with $30,000, and I felt so good. It was great. I'm happy. I'm content. Faadaakaa did a great job. However, 2 years later, right, dollar is now 700 to a dollar. Naira is now 700 to a dollar, right? And that means it's either my money is just
on the surface,
or I'm losing, right? So how does that affect the market?
Oh, fantastic! You see, for any local market, let me first start that by saying that the diaspora market, that's Nigerians overseas, they are a force to reckon with. Presently, even the federal government realizes that.
Right.
Okay, so for instance, for about 2 years consecutively, the diaspora market has been remitting over 30 billion US dollars into the economy, like sending money back home to parents for
and that's for those that they can track.
Exactly, right? That's another thing I was gonna say. So that is for those that could track. But for, so I probably will even reckon it to be even as close to 40 or even 50 billion. Okay, if you put everything in the basket. Now, the challenge comes when you want to repatriate. The 30 billion that we are talking about is operating within the local economy, no repatriation of dollars. So we don't have any issues with exchange rate forex. Okay, so now what we've been able to do with the directors of Faadaakaa is to come up with a system. Okay, so it's a model. The first thing we'll do is to be able to secure what we call certificate of capital importation from the federal government, that from CBN. Okay, so CBN has that available for...
A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
But you're going to have to break that down, what it means.
Okay, certificate of capital importation simply is that if you walk into any bank, if you are operating in Nigeria and you depend a lot on forex to come in, if you depend a lot on forex to come in, what happens is your money has to be routed through the system. That means if that money is brought in, it has to come. CBN has to know that this amount of money is coming in, and then with that they give you certificate of capital importation. What that invariably means is that when you want to repatriate that money, CBN will be obligated to give you that forex back. You know, of
At
course,
least that amount.
Yes, they will be able to. They are under obligation to get it back for you, of course, with availability of the dollar at that time. And then, but we have been able to go a step further by, you know, it's a trade secret with us. Okay, I'll share with you maybe after the show. So we know that some of our competitors are also going to be watching. So that way, it helps to protect the fund of the investors. Okay, so we've been able to
value
exactly. So you're not losing value,
like that.
You're not losing any value on it at all. So you have that certificate of capital importation, and then you have the model that we talked about. Actually, it's a financial engineering system. We came up there. One of our directors that came up with that, and we felt okay. It's a foolproof kind of system that
will give diasporans
confidence. It will give us peace of mind, because we know that people have worked hard for their money. And then one of the rules of
not everybody is yahoo
at all. You know, I mean, we go to the field, we come back. Sometimes we even driving in traffic and all like that is because you have passion for it. Okay, so now the moment you get somebody's money into your hand, you are under obligation either to return that money back the way it is, or with interest. Like there's this adage in Yoruba that say, can I
please?
Okay, so there's this adage that says that be a bit your back beko amen ifeleyin. Okay,
be a bit your back beko amen. I don't know what
yeah, well, meaning that if you set a trap and the trap is not, I mean, couldn't catch any rat, at least you should be able to get back that
the nuts or whatever it is, the bait
that you put on it. Okay,
now I know what that means.
Yes, so you should be able to track that. So if somebody gives you money to invest, at least if you cannot do anything with it, at least return back the money to
in
the
real
person.
estate. In the US, we call that commingling. If you have to use someone's money to do your own stuff,
yes,
you know. And so I was going to ask earlier, which I think one of the questions you tackled already. How can we differentiate Faadaakaa homes from other home builders or developers in Nigeria? Okay,
fantastic. One of the key things that work with us is the value of integrity that we work with. Okay, so I'll give you an example. The Elion Ocean View estate I talked about earlier, we started selling it at 4 million naira last year. Okay, and this year it got into 8 million naira. All right.
And I heard that's increasing very soon to 10 million.
It has already increased and it just got into effect yesterday.
Give me fair price from yesterday.
Okay, so it got increase, got affected yesterday. All right. Now we told and I would like to say this here, that there are about 5 things that you look out for when you're looking for a good real estate investment. The moment you see all these 5 activities in one place, it's a good buy. It's a no-brainer. Just go for it. Number 1, federal government activity. State government.
If it's happening around.
If it's happening around there. State government activity. The local government activity. The local government activity. And then the community activity. And of course the developers activity. The reason this is a perfect storm for good real estate investment is that for instance, the Abraham Adesanya has all this. That is why
the increase,
of all the estate that we have is the one that has all these activities. The Fort Milan Bridge is coming around that axis.
Yeah.
Second International Airport is coming also around that axis,
So,
and the community, exactly, the refinery is around that axis as well. So that is a whole lot of frontier for development, and it's just scaling up and scaling up. Okay, so those are the things that you look at for. And so what differentiates Faadaakaa is that, so this man, having told him that, look, we have this real estate, I mean the estate that just keeps increasing in value, and as much as that is even increasing, of all the estates around there, Faadaakaa is still selling the cheapest right now.
Oh wow.
Oh yes. Right now, Faadaakaa is still selling the cheapest. Okay, just to encourage some of our people, and we have almost even the best seafront, you know. So and immediately the man said, "Oh, okay, I'm going to pump in about 16 million, and he wants us to turn it around for 16 months. I mean, for 6 months." And we're like, okay, normally when somebody is investing about 60 million like that, we'll have to hold it at least for 12 months. We don't have 6 months on our because when you begin to give people false hope or too good to be true kind of thing, I mean, if we don't have integrity, we will collect that money from him and we will promise him heaven and earth that we will make this happen.
Life happens,
and then life happens, and then you start saying story. You see, we want peace of mind for everybody. We want peace of mind for ourselves. We want peace of mind for the investor. So we will tell you the way it is. And we told the man, sir, if you buy the land yourself and the land appreciates and you want to sell by yourself, that's okay. But if you're coming into Faadaakaa and say, you want Faadaakaa to invest and then give you return and you're expecting 100% or 50% within a short time, like say, it's not going to happen.
It's not realistic.
And this also brings me to this issue of people that have been scamming others. I'm sure
I had that written down as a question. So yeah, please go ahead and tackle
that. Okay, great.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason why they can get away with deceiving people, like a case that just happened
I
recently.
always believe if you're looking for 50% of 100% within the very short time, you are greedy yourself. So you are prone to being duped.
Exactly. Okay, so they appeal to the greed. Everybody has what I call Greedometer. Okay, so it's just the measure of your greed, level of your greed, So they appeal to it. And having read up the story, I realized that this guy was actually promising about 22% return on a monthly basis. It's crazy. That's over 240.
So if I give you 1 million naira, I will get 220.
But what he actually does that he collects the money, he gives to whoever he's going to use, okay, and tells the person, you're giving me 22%. Okay, so I collect 1 million from you, I give it to another person who wants to borrow at 22%. So I expect this man to give me back 220,000. All right. Out of the 220,000, I give you 10%, as in 10% of that investment, which is 100%. I mean 100,000 naira. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
So I out of that 220, I give you 100,000, and I keep the remaining 120. That was the model. And I'm like, look, the moment you tell this guy that is collecting the money that you're giving him 22% per month, not per annum, per month, you are putting a lot of pressure on him.
Of course.
So he has to make that money, he has to pay back the capital, and he has to have enough money for himself. So if this guy is actually going to deliver anything, he should be delivering at least 300,000 or 400,000. Tell me,
to be able to have
for him to be able to break even. So the model already is faulty. You can see that model is faulty. You put pressure on this person, is definitely going to default. When he defaults, what are you going to do? So new investors are not going to be used to cover up for,
That's why there have been lots of schemes lately where people put a lot of money into something, they get a quick return. They was like, this is really good, so they put more money, and it becomes a scheme where they just take
You
all their
use,
money because the Ponzi,
rubber,
they take all their money and they flee with it.
Exactly.
Antigua, now there's a couple there.
Yes,
with
in
people
fact, that's
billions of
the stuff that I
you know,
just mentioned.
and that's really crazy.
Yeah, we are not going to do that.
I totally believe you're not going to do it, but then let's just keep all hopes alive that diasporans, whenever you are in need of a property in Nigeria, I'm here right now. If you need someone to go do your due diligence for you, you can definitely and always call on somebody to vet the company. But in this case, we have Faadaakaa. I mean, they're vetted, trusted. You can again do your due diligence on them. So if we in the diaspora are trying to invest in Faadaakaa, and probably your landed property or some of your properties, can you tell us where if you have a track record of where your properties currently are, so that way we know where. Okay. And after that, I would like also for you to give us information on how we can find Faadaakaa. Okay. If there's a website, if there's an email, phone number, you just name it, wherever. Even if it's social media network where everybody is present.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much. All right. So presently, we have our Elion Ocean View Estate. Our Elion Ocean View Estate is presently along the axis of Abraham Adesanya. Okay, so Abraham Adesanya axis, and then there is what we call Ogombo. Okay, and also shares border with Shango Tedo. And there's a lot of great activities coming up out there. Okay, so we have that, and for the sake of this show, Mr. Kola, I would say if anybody will tap in now, we will still leave the price at 8 million because of you, because the show
I'm giving you 2 million naira discount.
Yes, so because of you.
Nonsense. You better come bring your money. Let's do these things, man. Okay, for real. Because of me, you just heard it live now. Because of me, you are gaining 2 million. That's an appreciative value for your property in the nearest future. You know that, right? So
so anyone that comes through you from the Diaspora Market, they can still get it at 8 million as against 10 million, which is presently selling. And of course, you use the promo code COLLA. Or you can use the promo code COLLA. Then you have your 2 million appreciation already.
I'm glad.
Okay, so then we have our mass.
Thank you for offering those in diaspora that comfort.
All right. So we have our mass market, majorly for the cooperatives. Okay, so that also is gaining momentum with the cooperatives. All right, so presently we have about 1,400 members of cooperative that have signed up. Okay, and we have land Lagos Ibadan Expressway. That is where we put our cooperative, because there is more land in that axis, and then the cost of building there is also cheaper because of the
but there's a trend now. I mean, soon, once it's more functional, sooner or later people are going to be moving out there just outside Lagos State. Coming back to Lagos State.
Exactly. So you see people living in Ogun State, and they're
that's
working
already happening.
That's already happening. And with the completion of the road construction, with the train network also that is ongoing, that axis is another area. Believe me, there's this place, Arikbo. Arikbo, as far as back as it's not even Mowe.
Near Mowe.
Near Mowe, yes. So as far back as 2004, Arikbo was still selling for about 100,000, 200,000.
I think I tapped
But
into
ask me now how much that land is being sold for now. 30 million naira. And now there is road construction, and they are going to finish up the road construction very soon. And we don't even know, we can't tell what the appreciation is going to be. So we have off-plan buildings as well in Arikbo that people can tap into now. Okay, so that one too is ongoing, and so there's a lot of activities, there's a lot of opportunities to invest in
I
Nigeria.
think we will have to bring them in when they reach out to Faadaakaa. Because we are going to round up now.
Okay.
And I need you to be able to please tell them how they can reach Faadaakaa, and the people behind Faadaakaa, the trusted people, trust me when I say this, there are people that I know, and this man is one of them. He is the ExxonMobil.
ExxonMobil. I worked with ExxonMobil.
So he was so you can tell, they have their process and their module, so he's one. Don't think it's just sitting here waiting for that t-shirt. But please, tell us.
Okay, so you can reach us, Faadaakaa. You can reach us www.faadaakaa.com/housing. That's for our housing site. And because Faadaakaa, like the model that we showed, you will see other things Faadaakaa is doing. Okay, so our housing, which is the main essence of this, is www.faadaakaa. Faadaakaa is spelled Faadaakaa. That's it, Faadaakaa. So instead of single A, we are doing www just because.
Faadaakaa.
so then faadaakaa.com/housing. So it gets you there and all. And then, of course, do you want me to give my number?
Please. Okay, anywhere, however they can reach you.
Okay.
Even on social media, just name it anywhere they can reach you.
Yeah. So our social media handle on Facebook, we are Faadaakaa Homes. Okay, so Faadaakaa Homes on Facebook, just type us on, and then you find us there. And Instagram, we are Faadaakaa Homes 1 on Instagram. Okay, so with this, you have all our contact, and my own number is 08035294823.
And you will you'll have it, on the slide.
Yes, it's on the screen as well.
We just want to thank you guys for participating, and thank you so much for giving me the audience, and to be a part of this journey, and to even use me, Kola, as a code, so you can earn 2 million naira on your next purchase within November, of course, and November alone. This ends our segment today with Mr. Remi Adeyemi of Faadaakaa Homes. I remain your host, Kola Akinmuyiwa, and I hope you join us next time. In the meantime, you can follow us on YouTube, where we have Afrocentric TV, and Afrocentric is spelled with a K at the end, not a C, because I am K Ola. Yeah. So, but anyway, thank you for joining us. This is Nigeria is Beautiful. Don't let anybody lie to you what's going on in Nigeria. Nigeria is beautiful. It's secured in Lagos. At least this is where I'm at. It's secured and it's beautiful. I go out and I come in and I eat plenty food. They have organic food here too, guys. Stay tuned and we will be in touch. Be well.